But now I want to speak on behalf of the 5,200 brave men and women of the Houston Police Department and the other 800,000 police officers that are working these streets every single day, putting their lives on the line. We are sick and tired of having targets on our back. We are sick and tired of having dirtbags trying to take our lives when all we're trying to do is protect this community and protect our families. Enough is enough.
I was at my house, and all of a sudden I heard like 6, 7 shots go off, pow, 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 and then a small breather, and then another 6, 7 shots go out.
Immediately upon breaching the door, the officers came under fire from 1 or 2 suspects inside the house. We're not sure how many of the suspects fired at this time. As you can imagine, it was a pretty chaotic scene over there, and the investigation's unfolding. 2 officers are currently in surgery. They're in surgery for gunfire sustained, and they are in critical but stable condition, and we're hopeful that with the prayers of this community that they will recover.
You just, I don't know, you just don't expect it. It's crazy. You don't expect things like that. And just pray for their families and everything. I mean, it's sad.
Where's the stinger?
It's right here.
All right, Jeff. You took fire coming through the door.
Do it. Oh, fuck!
All right, listen. It's not what you know. It's what you can prove, okay? Here's a scenario. Mark and Paul, you kick the door. Jeff's the first one through. Roger opens fire, hits Jeff twice, right?
Fuck. Yeah, fuck.
What's the matter? One go through?
Shit. Yeah, man, you shot him. You fucking shot me, man.
All right. You'll get a medal. Don't worry about it.
Get me an ambulance.
Hey. You want to go to jail or you want to go home? All right, here's the scenario, all right? Let me quarterback this thing. Mark, Paul, you kick the door in. Jeff's the first one through. Roger opens fire, bang, bang, hits Jeff twice. Our new guy, Hoyt, he's in second, drops Roger with some fine shotgun work. Who shot Roger?
New guy came in spraying.
Paul.
Boot shot him.
What'd you guys see?
Hoyt blasted him. Yeah, fuck Hoyt, okay? Ambulance time.
Done. Paul, call him up.
1149-998. Shots fired. Officer down. Repeat. Officer down. 5951 Baxter Street.
Congratulations, son. You're gonna get a Medal of Valor for this.
I didn't shoot him.
A room full of cops said you did.
But I didn't. You did.
It was a chaotic scene. 5 Houston police officers injured in a shootout. Tonight, now that the scene is cleared, we're seeing signs of that violence. A home riddled with bullet holes.
Most of you guys already know about the 4 police officers who were shot Monday during a drug raid on an alleged heroin dealer's home. Now, neighbors who knew the slain couple that lived in the house are speaking out, and the picture they paint is drastically different than the official story. According to the official police account, on Monday afternoon around 5 p.m., a dozen SWAT team members with Houston's narcotics department, along with 6 other patrol officers, descended on a Pecan Park home to serve a search warrant. According to police, a tip from a neighbor led to an investigation in which black tar heroin was allegedly purchased from the couple's home, and the search warrant was executed on Monday. As police entered the home, they claimed one of the suspects, Dennis Tuttle, opened fire and 4 of the officers were shot. Another officer injured his knee during the raid but was not shot. Police then said that Tuttle's wife of 22 years, Rohana Nicholas Tuttle, attempted to grab one of the officer's guns and she was killed as well. Now, at first blush, this sounds like an open and shut case of a drug raid turned violent when the dealers fought back. But if we look a little bit closer, a different story emerges. Something that Art Acevedo did not say is that the officers who entered the home were in plain clothes, not uniforms. Add to that the fact that upon entering the house, they immediately began shooting as one officer killed the couple's dog. That's when Tuttle came out of a back room with his .357 handgun and opened fire. Even more suspicious is the fact that these alleged black tar heroin dealers had no heroin. The only thing police are alleged to have found was a small bit of marijuana and a white powdery substance. Police also said they found several guns, which all happened to be entirely legal. Robert Antu, who lived across the street from the couple for the last 30 years, considered the couple dear friends. He told Click to Houston that Tuttle would never have fired on a police officer. He's quoted as saying, if he would have known it was police, he would have never shot. No way. He obeyed the law. I tell you, he was a straight up guy. Another neighbor, Esmeralda Becerra, who battled cancer alongside Nicholas, backs up Antu's statements and said this loving couple would have never hurt anyone.
She called me and she told me that she loves me.
Esmeralda Becerra says she spoke to Regina Nicholas just hours before the shootout. In fact, they spoke nearly every day, she says, for 20 years.
Do you know how I felt? I can't even cry no more, there's no more tears in me. But do you know how I felt? I went over here to go leave flowers. I almost fainted.
According to Tuttle's sister, Tuttle was also a disabled veteran. Tuttle's sister, Elizabeth Ferrari, said, he was released on an honorable discharge under medical. He had debilitating injuries for many years, and it's a sad situation. She said, I don't buy it at all. Not one hot minute. Ironically, Nicholas Tuttle was also a big-time supporter of police, who liked the All Lives Matter page on Facebook, as well as her local law enforcement. Definitely not the typical habit of a black tar heroin dealer. Every neighbor who lived by the couple gave similar testimonies, making the claim that neighbors reported them as drug dealers hold even less water. One neighbor who grew up with Tuttle and his wife said they didn't deal drugs from that house. They're not those types of people.
They didn't deal drugs from out of that house?
No, they did not. No, they did not. They were good people. They're not making what it seems on the news. They're making it seem like they're big drug cartel people. They're not those type of people.
And that looks like it's true. When asked if the couple had any criminal history, Acevedo refused to answer the question, noting that it was, quote, part of the investigation. He said, we're not going to talk about their criminal histories. That's part of the investigation. But Click to Houston pulled their criminal record and it's non-existent, according to their report. Married couples who own their home, have no criminal record, one of whom is an honorable discharge disabled veteran, and who are best friends with their neighbors, do not fit the typical profile of heroin dealers. While it's entirely possible that this couple was dealing heroin, there's an equally likely alternative scenario that could have unfolded like this. Police acted on bad information from an unreliable informant, which happens all the time, and then raided the home. When the couple saw 4 plainclothes officers in their home who immediately came in and shot their dog, they likely went into fight or flight mode. Tuttle opened fire, likely thinking he was the subject of a home invasion, and Nicholas may have tried to disarm one of the intruders who she thought was trying to kill her. The fact of the matter is that botched raids happen all the time. There are countless examples of police acting on bad information, going to the wrong house, or responding to bad anonymous tips. And all too often, these innocent people are shot, arrested, or even killed, and they never committed a crime. In this couple's case, the investigation of their deaths is now being conducted by the very people who killed them. How convenient. And there's likely no chance of police flipping the narrative and revealing they were in the wrong. Add to that the fact that these undercover cops were in plain clothes, there's probably no body camera footage to tell what actually happened. And since both of the suspects are now dead, they can't refute the official story. The 4 cops getting shot during this raid is tragic. But think about this, guys. If this couple was innocent and they were merely defending their home from armed invaders, that would be a tragedy of epic proportions. If you guys enjoyed these videos, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know, and don't forget to sign up to my private email list through my website, highimpactflix.com. And if you want to support the channel through Patreon or PayPal, all these links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. I'll see you guys in the next heavily censored shadow ban video.